All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So we are doing a viewer request here. We're going to look at PEAR and HUBC. For real, there is nothing cooler than you guys asking me to do a viewer request stock video. So please never hesitate to throw any tickers, all right? Selfishly, I've actually found a couple cool stocks from these comments. So thank you for that for sure, right? But yeah, I will be doing what I always do, right? And what is that? We're going to look at the daily and the weekly to see how this thing is setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. I have never covered this stock, so I will draw some horizontal support and resistance lines here. And then when we're done up here, we will use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this all over the place, and just comment anything you want. All of that really does do well with the YouTube algorithms. But hey, nonetheless, just being here and giving me your time is super appreciated, all right? And look, I'm not perfect. I'm not all-knowing. There's no crystal ball here telling me what tomorrow's going to look like. So yeah, if you disagree with anything, throw it in the comments. You very well might be right. And anyway, we're just some educated people sharing our thoughts and opinions, okay? So look, let's get into it. And there's something I really don't like on this chart, all right? Obviously, most people only use green and red, right? Green is good, red is bad. We actually have 4 different things we use here. We have a green outline, green filled in. We got red filled in and red outline, okay? There are good days and there are bad good days. There are bad days and then there are actually some good bad days, all right? And that's basically what we're doing here. And what am I seeing right now? I'm seeing 3 good days to most people, but I'm actually seeing 3 bad good days. And what does that actually mean? Look, this guy opens up here at 14 cents and ends up closing all the way down there at 12. I know it only sounds like 2 cents, but that's a 10-20% swing right there, right? So that's a really bad loss for someone. Same thing right here. It opens up here, closes down there. Opens up here, closes down there. That sucks. That's not what a good stock does. A good stock is, hey, buy me any time in the day and we're going to keep going up. That's what this was. This thing opens at 25, closes at 29. Can't go wrong, right? That's not what these are. And I'm telling you, these aren't good. And this right here makes me, one, really, I doubt that we're going to get over the 20. I'm not even sure we're going to break the 8 in all honesty. And this entire time, we haven't even broken 50% candle right here, right? Though it's red, this is the biggest candle to the left right now. And come on, we can't even close above that right there. That's not good. Yeah, again, 3 good days. I see it. There's been some silly volume. I've definitely seen it. End of the day, this actually has probably brought more losers than winners if I had to actually guess. You know what I mean? So, and look, you know, I don't like any stock that's under the 8 or the 20. Bad things happen under those 2 lines. Just kind of zooming out on the stock, just seeing what it's done. Look, it's actually been well under these lines for a while. Hold on, I gotta pause. Let me close my door real quick. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I wasn't sure if the background noise was going to suck. But yeah, again, we've been well under the 8 and the 20 for a while. There's been a little bit movement here, a little bit, but nothing's really sustained. I'm just seeing a whole mess of downtrend, right? I'm assuming this was a SPAC because I'm seeing that magic $10 line, right? That generally screams SPAC to me. And look, obviously, red, plateau, red. There's definitely things that are saying I want to get to $1. There's so much telling me I don't even think we're going to cross 25 right now. I'm actually not even entirely sure we're going to cross 18 yet. I know that looks like good volume. You know I say volume is king, right? But 80% of the work is up here. And yeah, these 3 candles aren't telling me good things. I honestly would say this is probably today's money line. It's closer to 13 than 14. Yeah, it's probably around there. From there, I would really say that 18 is probably our realistic wall right now. Maybe this 25, 26 around the 20 moving average and then this big plateau right here. Me personally, I'm going to set my alert right here. Top of this was 29 cents. I'll set this thing at 30. I would like to know when this thing gets to 30 because for me, this right here is the easier trade. Maybe we get stuck there. Otherwise, we actually might come all the way to that one that I talked about earlier. And I think that's a little more realistic after this breaks than anywhere down here. You know what I mean? So I'll draw this line, I guess, just to have it. Let's just put it right there. I think getting over that's going to be really important. And then from there, I'll get a little more specific as we get up there, but somewhere around that. Just basically in this little plateau is going to be hard. And then after that, you're pretty much coming to this guy right here after that thing. So again, these two are a little more rough lines. I think we'll get there if we start to get near the 50 moving average. For now, I think 29 is probably the max line. I really think that this 25 and 18 are a little more realistic. And then end of the day, nothing's happening till we close over 13. I promise you that much, all right? So if you can't get over 50% of this thing, you're obviously not going to go much higher, right? Where are we on the weekly? Look, this is a bad weekly. This is in all-time lows. All-time lows is a black hole vortex. And look at the week. The week has been more of a sell-off than a buy, despite the monster volume, right? So this thing is actually saying this week has brought more losers than winners. It's at least done more selling than buying, that's for sure, right? So I'm actually still pretty skeptical about PEAR until it does a little more. Obviously, getting over the 8 will make it so much better. Just getting over 13 is probably the closest, like, realistic maybe, because hey, 13 to 18 is a monster swing. It's not a lot of money, but that few cents is a lot when you only got 13 cents already, right? So PEAR, that's my 2 cents here. HUBC. Okay, HUBC, I've covered this one pretty often. Look, man, end of the day, I always say it, right? Under the 8 is bad. It's hard to get over the line. Like, we get close, we fall. We get close, we fall. We get close, we fall. We get close. I kind of still think we fall unless the stock proves otherwise to me, right? I'm not a fan of under the 8. And obviously, I want to be over the 8 and the 20, right? Maybe it does look like the 8 is actually kind of starting to like flatten out. I don't necessarily think I'm willing to say it's starting to curve up, but hey, maybe it's flattening out. That might be some sort of optimism to take into next week. But yeah, I actually really, really don't care about today's 8% day. I still really see us as a stock struggling to get over the 8, let alone hasn't even tested the 20 since we lost it back here late March, right? So, I don't think I'm there. Look, that's definitely a super low RSI. I do kind of see that it looks like it's peaking up. Yeah, MACD's been all right too. Green over red is good. Green over red is good, but yeah, I don't think I care much here. 80% of the work is up here, and yeah, it's not doing well. And just look at this volume. Man, there are 4 sprinkles of green from the 20th to roughly speaking the 20th, right? It's been about a month and there's nothing going on here. So volume is really killing this stock, and more than anything, just being under the 8 moving average is killing the stock, right? I do think over 170 is going to be the better place, because over 170 should take you to 230. Maybe something here will slow it down. That's 50% candle, and that's the bottom of that guy. Maybe $2. But again, 170 to $2 is a little more than 20%. And yeah, I think this could be an easy break that could come to here. This might be the hard break. Again, you could also just wait for this and go, oh, look. Oh my gosh, maybe this will stop it. Otherwise, we'll fill that first gap, see what happens, and then maybe even fill the next gap, right? So I'm always a big fan of understand the risk and reward, right? it seems like there's a sexy 2x right here. There's actually not that bad a percent right there. There's a lot of like shadiness in right here to actually only go 50 cents. Again, 50 cents on a buck 20 is a significant percent. I'm not trying to undertake it. It's almost 40% if I'm doing the math in my head real quick, right? So yeah, it's not an easy thing to say, you know what, I'm just gonna walk away from ignore. But I think that there's some juicier gains here that might warrant walking away from this 40. And then that's always been a little bit of my strategy. You know what I mean? So again, you can very easily set an alert at like 127. Maybe you ride 127 all the way to like almost 170. Shit, that right there alone is a good trade, right? So you got to understand what your risk reward is. You got to understand if you're going to be in front of the mouse tomorrow and you can click sell if some like bad things happen, cuz don't forget where we're at. We are going deep into the all-time lows black hole. I'm really, really glad this wick has like shot up. Cause yeah, we were roughly 20% lower. We were at $1 sometime in this week, right? So I'm still seeing a stock that's in all-time lows. I'm still seeing an 8 that wants to go down. I'm still seeing a 20 that wants to go down. I'm still seeing a 50 that wants to go down. I'm seeing a whole mess of red that one day wants to be green. But I think that might be the better triangle part to grab. You know what I mean? So just my opinions here. And again, end of the day, you know my thoughts when we're under the 8 and the 20. So that's obviously driving a lot of this, right? So, hey, just my opinions. You know I would love to hear what you think. Otherwise, I appreciate your time so much.